All right, so this is our Oscar predictions. This will be the first upload for Cinema Vibes.
Yes, it will.
Not all of us will be on this, but it will be me, Connor.
Fuckboy Jared.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can't include that in
Well,
the podcast.
No, who
Oh,
cares?
why not? Yeah.
That's what they want to hear.
Yeah.
That's
All
what
right.
people want to hear. People want to hear us talking about movies, but also using profanity at the same time.
Fair enough. All right. So we're going to get right into our Oscar predictions, and we're just going to talk about the state of the Oscars because surely this year was
A very disappointing year
very disappointing
in
year.
the Oscars.
Not just in the Oscars, in film.
Just in movies, yeah.
I felt like it was a
agree.
very year for
I mean,
film.
there's only like a handful of movies I think that will, when we look back on 2018, we're gonna be like, those are the movies, right?
Well, yeah, you definitely look at something like Roma, which has 10 nominations.
Something like that. Yeah.
10 nominations, which is pretty good. But
I haven't seen it.
very good movie.
It's your favorite. It's Connor's favorite movie of the year. It's not mine,
I haven't seen it yet, but.
but
Yeah, so I
ahead.
think we're gonna get right into it,
Let's go.
and we're going to go over every category, even though
some will get more love than others. Others
Yeah.
will just be like, "Yep, that's what we think." Don't really care. Obviously, we haven't seen everything that's nominated, and we haven't seen all the short films and the animated shorts and blah 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 and all that nonsense. So, but we are going to try our best. Connor's looking up something as we're speaking.
yeah, I'm gonna just pull up the Oscar nominations.
Oh, you
Yeah.
can name off the actual
Yeah.
nominations.
Mhm.
Okay.
All right, so let's just start with we're gonna start at the very bottom.
You want to work? You don't want to start with just right away? You want
No,
you
let's
want to work our way?
just start with the very.
Yeah, we can do that. All right.
So we're gonna start with visual effects.
So, Infinity War, Christopher Robin, First Man, Ready Player One, and Solo got nominated.
I'm very
And,
surprised.
this
about
starts the problem right away, in my opinion. Right. So Solo and Christopher Robin, I feel like, don't justify that visual effects nomination. I feel like Aquaman should definitely be in there.
See, I agree
And
with
Christopher
that.
Robin's one of my favorite movies of the year, but I feel like Christopher Robin definitely does not have the visual effects of.
It's a very underused. Well, under.
It's a very subtle special effect. So
Yeah.
I guess in that it's nice that they acknowledge it.
And
but
Solo doesn't have a whole lot of.
it's Star Wars,
It's
so I
fine.
mean, you
yeah.
assume that it's going to get nominated. But when I think of like visual effects, like when I saw Aquaman, I was like incredibly blown away.
I think it definitely should be in consideration, but I feel like you got to put the sense that it came out very late in the year.
Or wait, hold on. Or even Bumblebee.
Bumblebee had very good effects.
Or even something like Welcome to Morrowind, which wasn't a great movie.
But that was
had
that was
incredible
that
visual
was
effects.
very for the longest time. I think that was up for visual
It
effects.
should be. It should be nominated.
Yeah.
So
I think we'll both agree on this that Infinity War.
no.
You're
I
not-
said First Man.
You said for.
I said
that's
First
right.
Man because I think that's more of like an Oscar-ish movie. But Avengers probably will win. I think for whatever
Wait,
reason.
look at Thanos, man. That's some
I know.
impressive
So, okay.
visual effects.
All right, you convinced me. It didn't
All
take
right.
much, but you did it.
All right.
Costume design. Who gives a shit about costume design? Ballad of Buster Scruggs. Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
Black Panther.
The fave.
favorite. Mary Poppins Returns.
Yeah.
Mary Poppins.
And then we got.
Mary Queen of Scots. Who gives a shit about this movie? Because no one went to see it.
Well, no one went to see half of those movies, but
What did we say? What did you say?
for costume design, I said favorite.
I said Mary Poppins, but
I mean, I can go to anyone. It can really go to
Yeah.
anyone in that.
All right, Makeup and Hair.
Obviously, Vice.
Yeah, there's only 3 nominations with Border, Mary Queen of Scots, and Vice. Definitely Vice.
Just Vice, because
Yeah.
Dick Cheney's
Yeah.
makeup easily.
That's
Original
the original song. We
song
haven't talked about this. It's going to be Shallow. 'Cause
from A Star Is Born.
Shallow was the best song that was released last year.
Lady Gaga put on a pretty damn good performance
Yeah,
in
she
that.
did, but we'll get to that later. And
Yep.
all the other nominations, All the Stars from Panther. What is that? What is it? Oh, I'll Fight from RBG.
yeah.
No one saw that. The Place for Where the Lost Things Go from Mary Poppins. That's a great song. Shallow.
And
Connor loves this song.
The last one, when a cowboy trades his spurs for wings.
From Buster Scruggs.
But from Buster Scruggs. I love this movie, and I'm very happy that this got nominated for not just this, but for, I think, 4 nominations.
Yeah, nice amount.
And we're going to bring this up now. Netflix killed it this year.
Yes, they did.
A lot of nominations.
Now, I think this year will be the, now.
It's going to be the turning point.
Now we're here.
Yeah.
Now we're taken seriously. Typically, Netflix is with their TV shows. That's really where they get all the love, is with their TV. So it's nice to see them now being taken into consideration with their films. Because their films for the longest time weren't ever great. And,
now it's starting to pick up.
Roma is the big one. I mean, Bird Box, which is fine. It's not this amazing movie. But the fact that Netflix is getting a lot of attention. And the cast. Yeah, and the cast for these movies, but the fact that they're getting a lot of attention for their movies now is awesome. Good for them.
What is the movie with Gyllenhaal coming out this year?
Velvet Buzzsaw,
which has an amazing cast.
Directed by the Nightcrawler director, and has the Nightcrawler, and has Gyllenhaal returning, and has Toni Collette, and that movie just looks insane. But that's a conversation for a different day. Original score: Beale Street,
Beale Street, Black Panther, Black Klansman, and Isle of Dogs, and Mary Poppins.
Beale Street.
I will agree with you on that. That is a very good
that score carries the movie, and you haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it, but I did listen to it. But it's very good.
These heavy scenes,
and I think a Black Horse or a Dark Horse, not Black Horse. What is that? I don't even know what I'm saying at this point.
Black Panther. You think the Dark Horse is Isle of Dogs?
I think the Dark Horse would definitely be Black Panther or Isle of Dogs. Black Panther is very It matches the movie.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm thinking of the score in my head. It's very like dan 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 dan.
Well, it fits the movie and what it's trying to go for.
All right,
but Beale Street will definitely win that. All right, production design. We got
Black Panther, The First Man, The Favorite, Mary Poppins Returns, and Roma. I said Mary Poppins. Yeah, I said Mary Poppins.
I said The Favorite. I haven't seen The Favorite, but
the most overrated thing that is in the Oscars this year is The Favorite.
I can't.
Colin would agree. Because Colin was even like, it was fine. I don't understand the love. It's a fine movie filled with good performances. It just, to me, doesn't have, when you look back on the Oscars, when you look back on The Favorite, you'd be like, yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's not going to have any sort of...
It's not going to have any impact.
No one's going to remember it the moment the Oscars end. No one's going to remember The Favorite.
I really feel like, and we'll touch on this point, but we won't bring it up in general, but this year was definitely, we brought this up in the beginning, that it was a very year for film, and you look at the Best Picture nominees, which we'll get to later, there's not a lot there compared to previous years.
And there's more movies that they could have added.
Yes. I think they have 10 slots for movies. They only used
10
8.
to 12. I don't know how many it is. But is it 10?
I think it's 10. So they could have added 2 more movies if they wanted to.
And we'll get to that. And that'll probably be our biggest discussion. The big stuff will be where we really talk about it. All right, so production design, again. I said Mary Poppins, Collar. That's your name now.
Collar. Yep. I now go by Collar because I'm a dog.
Said The Favorite. All right, sound mixing. First Man will win. It's going up against Black Panther, Bohemian Rhapsody, Roma, Star is Born. First Man will win.
They say for that. I said First Man.
Because what else am I going to say? Sound mixing. Good job, First Man. Way to get some love. Sound editing. Black Panther, Bohemian Rhapsody, First Man, Quiet Place, Roma. Connor and I said
A Quiet Place.
Yes.
Honestly, did not get a lot of love from the Oscars, which I'm not surprised.
And Emily Blunt didn't get any love.
Any love.
Which is bullshit. It's just how it is.
I mean, they
had 2 shots, 2 chances to give her
Mary Poppins and A Quiet Place.
You could argue that A Quiet Place is the better performance, which it is.
It is. It's a very good movie.
She's a very talented actress. And she should have definitely.
But I will definitely say this: the way that they edited that movie was very good with the sound, but making it very quiet. It was definitely one of the best movie experiences we had.
Yeah, definitely. Connor and I saw it together, along with Brian was with us, and our buddy Mike was with us,
Yes.
and we were just incredibly blown away by what we were
I
watching.
think I got some candy, and I was
Yeah, it was
very.
you and Brian.
We were both very scared to open our candy because any
Every
little
time.
noise, everyone would look at us. Everyone in the theater, and there weren't a lot of people in the theater, but
Well, it was
the
also a late showing, and
that was like,
Brian, it was at like a 10 o'clock showing.
Yeah.
Brian tried to open up his snack. Every
And
time he'd popcorn, and every time he'd open it, I would stare and be like, I'm sorry. I can't help it. And before that movie started, there were a bunch of teenage kids in the back talking.
so
But then
we
the
were very
moment-
worried.
Yeah, but the moment that movie started, everybody
And
was
I
quiet.
think, you know
It
what,
was
that was the
awesome.
effect that Krasinski was going for,
Yeah,
so,
everybody
and
just
it
shut
really
their mouth
hit
and
it, yeah.
watch what I got. You
All
know. So yeah, all right. So we both said A Quiet Place.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, now that I'm thinking about it, I think First Man has a shot of winning that. But
I think that if any
they're gonna-
category First Man will get, it will definitely be those two.
one of these.
Yeah.
All right. Yep. Go ahead.
Film editing.
This is bizarre.
This is a very bizarre one.
Okay.
Black Klansman,
Yep.
Green Book, The Favorite, Vice, and the most confusing one, Bohemian Rhapsody, which I
the
am,
weirdest editing of any film
honestly,
this year.
it's
a
not.
great movie, but it's why is it there?
Well, you can say it's a great movie. I think Rami
You think
Malek's
it's fine?
I think it's. I've said this to anyone that asked me what I thought of
First time
this.
people are gonna hear it though.
This is the first time I'll say it on here. Rami Malek's performance is personally one of my favorite I've ever seen, and one of the best I've ever seen. But it's just a shame that I think the movie surrounding that is just very mediocre.
Yeah, that's fair.
And the
It's
editing,
a typical musical.
it's a very
biopic-ish
yeah.
movie. I mean, so I get what you're saying. I
But
thought it was very
editing-
fun and it was fast paced. Yes, and I totally agree that the editing is super
so
bizarre.
whack.
It's
is.
a weirdly edited movie.
And I said that after seeing it with did I see it with you?
no,
I
I
didn't
saw
see
it
it
with
with
my
you.
dad. You saw, I think, with
I
did you
think
see it with Cole.
Yeah,
you
I saw it with my buddy Cole. Yeah.
But all right, so who'd you pick this to win?
What did I say for this film editing? I said Vice
I said
because that's the favorite. I haven't seen Vice. You haven't seen Vice.
I haven't,
but
but
I've
Green
heard
Book-
that's just a very
But
unique.
Green Book just flows. Like
Green Book is a
has
very flow.
It has great flow, and it's just everything is just moving, and it's. Oh, I can talk all day about Green Book, but the dark horse I think will be Black Klansman.
I feel like that's a dark horse in many categories.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna get as much love as I would like it to. But all right, so yep, I said Green Book.
And
I
I
said
said
Vice.
Vice.
Best foreign language film, Roma.
I think this is a very
This is a tough category because everybody's picking Roma, but Cold War is in there, and Cold
And-
War is getting and Shoplifters, but like Cold
and
War is
Capernaum.
I
I've heard
don't know
is
what that is.
very good.
Lebanon. And then Never Look Away. I've never heard of that, but I've heard of Roma, Shoplifters, and Cold War is getting a ton of love.
Especially
So,
this year.
Yeah,
From-
it's getting a ton of love from, beating out all these, beating out movies like A Star is Born and Green Book and all these big movies that it's beating out, Cold
Mhm.
War. So I think it's either going to be Roma or Cold War, but both of our picks are Roma.
Yeah.
So, yep, there's really nothing else to talk about that. It's live action, short. Haven't seen any of these. You said.
Marguerite.
I said Skin because it sounds nice. Go ahead.
Best
doc
docu.
short.
Yeah. We both said Black Sheep.
Because
We
it
have
sounds cool.
no idea what that is
Nope.
about, but
Yep.
funny thing was I was actually gonna pick Endgame.
Because of
which is-
Avengers.
Yeah, because Avengers.
I don't know. I don't know. The one that says period. End of sentence.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
In the Night at the
Night at the
Garden
Garden. They all
and
sound-
Lifeboat.
They
All these
sound like
we gotta
really
watch
great
these.
80s songs.
That's amazing. That is amazing. Okay. Black Sheep for that one.
Yep.
Best documentary feature.
I'm
I'm gonna let Jared take over on this one because he's got a lot to say. I did not see this movie that he's about to talk about, but I will agree with
I mean,
this.
what can I say that hasn't already been said? The fact that Won't You Be My Neighbor isn't fucking nominated is insane to me. Not only was it the most profitable doc we saw this year,
How much
but
did
it-
it make? It made like 26.
it's made something, right? So people saw the movie, saw this documentary. Yeah, just check that.
Yeah, I'm
so,
gonna check on that.
Not only was Won't You Be My Neighbor about as good of a documentary as you can get, it was one of the absolute best movies of this year. That was a movie I was raving about, and I told everybody, you need to see this movie. And it was one of my most anticipated movies of the year. When I saw that trailer, that beautifully done trailer, and the movie was absolutely sweet. It was funny. It was touching. It makes you cry. It gives you all these sort of emotions, and it tells this incredible story about Mr. Rogers. So the fact that this movie was not only a shoo-in to win this category, like everyone's like, yeah, Won't You Be My Neighbor will probably win. And it didn't even get nominated. Didn't get any love. Are you fucking kidding me? That is the biggest snub, in my opinion, the biggest snub of any movie since in my lifetime. It's the biggest snub that has ever happened at the Oscars. It is a bullshit thing that I had no idea why I didn't get nominated. It is one of the best movies of the year. It's my number 2 favorite movie of the year. And it's absolute bullshit. So let's look at these other movies that got nominated. Free Solo, I hear, is amazing.
Hill County this evening, I have no idea. Minding the Gap.
It's a great movie. It is great. It's a Hulu exclusive. It is great. It is a movie that absolutely everybody should see.
Skateboarding?
Yes. Well, yes. It's skateboarding is how these kids bond, but it talks about the lives in which these kids are going.
Shout out to my boy Jonah Hill with mid-90s.
Overrated.
Your opinion. Don't get me started on that. All right.
And then next, Fathers and Sons. Who knows? And then RBG, which I've heard so much about. But like, Won't You Be My Neighbor is one of those movies that can not only should be nominated for Best Documentary and should win it, but that is one of those movies that should be nominated for Best Picture. It is a great movie. I will talk about that movie for years. That has not left my mind since I saw the movie in the summertime, and it was my favorite movie of the year that I saw for the longest time until October. So,
bullshit. It's very confusing to me. I didn't see the film personally, but I heard a lot of hype coming around it, and it was honestly the favorite to win this for the longest time.
Yeah, everybody was like, "Yep, it's that movie."
It was given. It was pretty much given that it was going to win.
I could talk about it all night. How much I love that movie. How I think it's the best movie, one of the best movies in the last couple of years. So it's amazing. Who's going to win that category? I picked Minding the Gap because that's the only other documentary I saw last year.
For me, it's between Free Solo or RBG because both of those have a little bit of hype surrounding them, but I really have not seen any of these other.
Minding the Gap is really good. So I'll give it that. Yeah, it's a young filmmaker too. It's really good. It's a really great story. But yeah, Won't You Be My Neighbor? It's such a bullshit snub, and I will never understand why they didn't put that in. But that's my opinion.
That's going to be the first of many snubs that we're going to talk about today. So,
cinematography.
Personally, one of my favorite awards that they give out. Yep. I really liked the in-depth.
Last year was the rightfully Roger Deakins and Blade Runner, and beautifully shot film. But this year we have Cold War, The Favorite, which is weird. Never Look Away, Roma, which you said was really beautifully shot, and A Star Is Born, I will give it to A Star Is Born, because I think that A Star Is Born does have really good parts in it that are shot beautifully. Obviously, we can't spoil it, but like there are certain scenes in the movie that are absolutely wonderfully done, and the more I think about it, it's rightfully nominated, I think.
I believe that it's rightfully nominated as well, and I will agree with you there, but you didn't see Roma. We both have a lot of catching up to do with some of these movies, but Roma, and I put this...
Vice are the only ones we haven't seen.
Well, I saw Roma.
Oh, you saw Roma. I haven't seen Roma, and I haven't seen Vice.
Was the best movie I've seen this year. Okay. Most beautifully shot film. Cuarón does something amazing with this black and white. Beautifully shot, and it just is. It's not even like you're watching a movie. It looks like you're watching Cuarón's life playing out and what he wants to make this movie, and it is just beautiful.
He's done an excellent job in any movie. He hasn't made.
He's such a unique filmmaker.
Yeah. No. So you picked Roma to win.
Roma, 100%.
I did Roma as well. I want A Star Is Born to win just because I think that's the best movie that came out last year. But all right, original
screenplay. This is a very tough one. So we got The Favorite, First Reformed.
Getting Some
Love. We are going to try and watch it tonight. Yeah, if not tonight, then some other day. Green Book, Roma, and Vice.
I said Green Book.
Did I say
You said
original?
Did you say First Reform?
I said Roma, but I think First Reform might sneak in there because it's a
got
very
a lot of hype.
odd nomination.
I don't think it's odd. I think it's justified. I've heard a lot of people say that the script is great. So, like,
I said Roma because, like you said before we actually started recording this, there's not much talking in the film, which is kind of true, but it's just such a beautifully, emotional film, which I feel like it's...
sure.
It's just
all right. Yeah, well, go ahead. Yeah, that's fine.
So my pick is Roma.
Yeah. Green Book.
Green Book
all the way.
All right.
Yep.
Adapted screenplay. Again,
This one's tough.
The Ballad of Buster Scruggs.
There's at least any one of these could win. And I haven't seen The Ballad of Buster Scruggs or another nomination that's Can You Ever Forgive Me. I haven't seen that. But, yeah, so
Black
The Ballad of Buster
Klansman.
Scruggs, whatever the hell they say his name. Can You Ever Forgive Me? Klansman. Beale Street Could Talk. Stars Born. I said Beale Street.
I said A Star Was Born. It wasn't my favorite movie. I think it was number 7 on my
I didn't
top
say Beale
10.
Street.
What did you say?
I said Black Klansman.
Wow. That's insane.
I said Klansman.
You're
I think
wrong. We have these lists for a reason.
I know. I
Look
know.
at them.
Maybe just because I rethought it. You know what? I'm gonna go Beale Street.
You're gonna go Beale Street.
I'm gonna go Beale Street. I think Beale Street is a beautifully done movie with a great, really sweet story. I would love to see A Star Is Born take it. I got a weird feeling A Star Is Born is not going to take as many awards as initially thought, which is fine. I still love the movie, but I'm going to go Beale Street.
I'm going to go with Star Is Born. It's not my favorite movie of the year. I think it made number 7 on my top 10 of the year. It's a perfectly fine movie, and, adapted screenplay. Why not?
Okay. Animated short, Bayou,
the Disney Pixar that played before Incredibles. We know no other of these.
Yep, but
so.
Animal Behavior, Late Afternoon, One Small Step, Weekends, they all probably are great. We haven't seen them, so. Yep.
Yeah, pretty easy decision.
Yeah, well, we don't have anything else.
Okay.
An animated feature, we're worried.
This is probably one of the most...
Now, I'm surprised, so Connor is a huge Wes Anderson fan. And I'm very surprised that you are not going full force with this Isle of Dogs nomination, and that you're not saying it's going to win because you're a huge Wes Anderson fan.
I love Wes Anderson.
Is it because Spider-Man is just the best movie, one of the best movies that came out last year?
It's not just the best movie that came out last year or one of the best. I honestly think this is a groundbreaking animated film.
Yeah, I would agree.
And honestly, it could have snuck in there for Best Picture.
Yeah, but they had no shot. It's no Toy Story 3. I think Toy Story 3 just had this incredible impact.
I will agree there.
On just in pop culture. And Spider-Man did too. But Spider-Man also had. What's funny is that Spider-Man didn't have hype until a couple weeks before the people.
Well, not even a couple weeks. I think a week before when the tomato reveal.
When the early reviews, people started seeing it, they're like, "This is amazing! This is amazing! You gotta see this movie." Spider-Man is gonna win. Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse. Ralph Breaks the Internet. Great movie. Mira. Is that how you say it?
Mirai.
Isle of Dogs. Incredibles 2. Incredibles 2 is a great movie.
Don't get me wrong.
Ralph is a really good movie. Isle of Dogs was good. Mirai, haven't seen, but Spider-Man, I think people will riot if that movie doesn't win.
See, I will agree with that because it's such a good movie and groundbreaking. But I know the Academy.
If it won at the Globes, that was even a shock that it won at the Globes.
But the Academy
they're going to pull it twice.
Loves
Pixar.
And you know what? Incredibles 2.
They love Disney.
It's a Pixar movie.
They love Disney.
They do love Disney. So
what won last year?
What won last year? We gotta look that up. What won last year?
Best Animated Feature 2017. I don't even remember what came out last year for animated movies.
Not much. I don't think, at least.
Oh, we'll look it up later. It's not really that. Oh, yeah, we have our cell phones. Look it up now. Yeah. I'm curious. Because that'll really, in my mind, I always look at last year's winners. It does, just to kind of get a sense of what this year might be. For 2017.
Yeah. Coco won.
Coco won. So, yeah.
Which is understandable. That was a very
great
good movie.
So, but it was Pixar. right? So
Yeah. So they
Incredibles 2
love...
probably, dude. I'm starting to think Incredibles 2 will take it, but we both said
It's up in the air at this point.
If it ain't Spidey, it's Incredibles, and if it's not either or, it's gonna be Ralph.
You know, as of tomorrow, we are 1 month away from the Oscars, so
we'll see.
Or no, from yesterday we were 1 month.
We'll see.
So we will see. Yeah.
Spider-Man, great movie.
Incredibles 2, great movie, but
all these movies are great movies. They're all great. So, director.
This is where we get into the danger zone.
Now we're getting into bullshit nonsense.
Yeah.
So, Spike Lee, Klansman. How do you say this guy's name?
Powell Pawlikowski.
For Cold War. Yorgos
Lanthimos.
For, wow.
The favorite?
That's great. That's a great. Can you say that again?
Lanthimos.
Alfonso Cuarón for Roma and Adam McKay for Vice. Where the fuck is Cooper? Why isn't Bradley Cooper in here?
This is shocking to me because this Pawlikowski guy, Polish.
Cool, that's great that Cold War is getting some love. That's awesome, but no fucking way. Cooper, the way that he crafted that movie.
And that was a directorial debut.
That's the problem. Is that for coming right out of the gate with A Star Is Born is amazing.
And how good it was.
And how good and how well it turned out. So take out Polanski or even
Adam McKay.
We haven't seen Vice, so we can't.
Well, I know, but I've heard it's up in the air.
The Favorite, I think, can be taken out. The Favorite is so...
I know you hate the Favorite, but...
I don't hate it.
Lanthimos is a favorite to win it. It's very close between all these people, but I think Cuarón will win it.
My dark horse is Spike Lee, because he's never been nominated before.
Definitely. I haven't seen BlacKkKlansman, but he's definitely a dark horse.
Great movie. Supporting
actress. This is just such a...
It's a typical, but what was the...
perfectly fine.
So we have Amy Adams, and you know how to say this name.
Marina de Tavira.
For Roma, Regina King for Beale Street, Emma Stone, and Rachel Weisz for The Favorite. Regina King. You haven't seen Beale Street.
I haven't.
She's the favorite, but she is amazing in that.
And I've heard, and some of her performances in the past have been amazing. So I expect nothing less.
We were talking earlier about who should have been in there besides her, but I can't remember it now. Thinking about it.
I can't think of it
either. I don't remember. We'll come to us later.
Yeah, it'll come to us later.
Supporting actor. What a weird category.
This is...
Mahershala Ali. Hold on. We'll
talk about it.
Because Connor's got something to say. Mahershala Ali for Green Book. Adam Driver. Klansman. Sam Elliott. Star Is Born. Finally somebody giving him some love. He was great in that movie. Richard E. Grant for Can You Ever Forgive Me? And Sam Rockwell.
2 years in a row. Sammy.
Sam Rockwell. He was great in 3 Billboards. I haven't seen Vice.
Neither have I. And, I heard that he's in it for 5 minutes.
I hear that Steve Carell's performance is way better.
Well, I think Carell could have been nominated for that or Beautiful Boy, which, Beautiful Boy is a perfectly fine film.
And there's another, but he wouldn't be supporting actor. That would be actor.
That would be actor.
But if we're going supporting actor, Timothée Chalamet was great in that.
Timothy.
I
want his hair so badly. Man's hair is perfection.
He's got really great hair.
How many times did I turn to you and say that during the movie?
That's fair. You said it a lot.
I said it a lot.
But who was the other supporting actor? Was it just Chalamet and Carell?
Yeah.
We were like, why didn't they get them? But Chalamet, I think, is the biggest, whoa. Take out Adam Driver. I'm sorry, but, he was not the reason why that movie worked. The reason why that movie worked was because of Spike Lee's great direction and John David Washington's fantastic performance. That's why that movie worked. It wasn't because of Driver, it was because of him. It was because of John David Washington and Spike Lee. So take him out, put in Chalamet, and we'll be okay.
Who did you put for this?
Sam Elliott.
Sam Elliott. You know what? I would not be surprised if he got it. It's a very good performance.
He had easily one of the best scenes all year with him and Cooper.
Definitely.
Great scene. Just the amount of emotion that he brings. And some people I said, it's just
he's been around for a while.
I know, but I've heard the criticism. It's just Sam Elliott being Sam Elliott. It doesn't matter what he's doing. The fact is he in this one little scene that's so emotional. We can't really talk about it because
it's
spoiler.
Go. All right.
Just go watch it.
Just go watch it.
It's amazing.
Great movie.
It's a great. It's amazing movie. But Sam Elliott gives easily one of the best performances of last year, along with having one of the best scenes with Cooper last year. So that's my opinion.
Well, I definitely think it's up in the air with this one. I think Sam Elliott could win it. Richard E. Grant, I heard, is great in Can You Ever Forgive Me? But honestly, Mahershala Ali in Green Book, very good performance. Yeah. He's on a roll. He won it two years ago
for Moonlight.
Great performance in that.
Yeah.
He won it at the Globes. I just can't see him not winning at this.
I think Sam Elliott, but it's just me.
Sorry, buddy.
It's been a long day.
It has been a very long day. I can agree with that. I've done nothing all day, but...
All right, lead actress. Oh, boy. Constance Wu, where are you? Like, come on.
But we do have a very surprise in Yalitza Aparicio from Roma.
Connor was very happy about this.
Very happy about that. This is such a good performance.
Followed up by Glenn Close for The Wife, Olivia Colman for The Favorite. She was fine in that movie. Lady Gaga for A Star Is Born. And Melissa McCarthy.
Shout out to Melissa McCarthy, man.
Good job for you. Awesome for you. Do not... there is one person that is missing from this category. Toni Collette for Hereditary. She brought the fucking house down. And she is absolutely fearless in that movie. And I knew that she wasn't going to get nominated. We all knew. Anybody who saw that movie knew.
You don't touch horror movies all that much.
We got lucky with Get Out.
We got lucky because of how much of a surprise Get Out was. And
how much people were like, no, you better put that movie in.
Yeah.
So, she was incredible in that movie. She really was. She gave the best female performance all year. But, to be fair, if I had to pick a second one, it was Gaga. Gaga absolutely stole that entire movie. It was her movie. And
that performance is super.
She's just phenomenal in that movie. Olivia Colman was fine in The Favorite. We haven't seen The Wife. You thought what's her name?
Yalitza Aparicio.
Yalitza. I honestly thought that said Yahtzee.
Yahtzee?
Yeah.
Well, you know what? If it says Yahtzee in your brain, you can Yahtzee. All right.
Yahtzee asparagus.
Love it.
Somebody's drunk on stage, and that's what they say.
Hey, bring what's his name? John Travolta. Love saying people's names wrong. Honestly.
All right, lead actor. Who do you think was gonna win that?
A couple months ago, I would have said Lady Gaga.
I still think it's Gaga.
Clear as day. But after Glenn Close won at the Globes, and she's won it. I think she won it at the Critics' Choice.
But her and Gaga won at the Critics' Choice Awards.
That was right. They both won. So I think it really comes. It's a day.
Watch him pick Melissa McCarthy. I'd be like, good for you.
Because she's just
good for you. She's so underrated.
She's been in so many great
comedies. Good for her.
Spy.
Great Bridesmaids. Movie. I think she's funny in Ghostbusters. I also think she's great in Identity Thief. She's great in that movie. Even if the movie around her sucks, she's always bringing it.
She always delivers.
She's always giving 100%.
Never phoning it in.
So she's so fun. Right. Best actor. The biggest.
This is the race. This is honestly, I think, really, any of these people could win this.
So I just had a thought for supporting actor.
What do you think? We can go back to supporting actor?
So for Best Picture, right, we have Black Panther getting all the love. Black Panther's great, good job. Why not give supporting actor? Why not give it to Michael B. Jordan? Why not throw it in? And for Best Actor,
very good.
Why not? We'll pull in Chadwick Boseman for Best Actor.
Well, Chadwick, I think that's pushing it. I will agree with you there on Michael
But give Black Panther some acting love.
I agree. Michael B. Jordan's performance as Killmonger is honestly besides
Thanos.
Besides Thanos, probably my favorite Marvel villain.
I would absolutely agree with that.
Him, Loki, and Thanos, probably my top three there. But that's a really good performance. I'll agree with you there. Chadwick Boseman really could not beat out Christian Bale, Bradley Cooper, William Dafoe, Rami Malek, and Viggo Mortensen.
Who's missing?
Who's missing?
2 people are missing from that category.
Tell me.
John David Washington for Black Klansman.
I didn't see it.
He leads that movie. And Ethan motherfucking Hawke we haven't seen First Reform, but the fact that I've heard nothing but incredible things about it, and that he should have been nominated is like insane.
But honestly, here's the thing. I think anyone in this category could win it. And even William Dafoe, which I think was really just thrown in there last minute.
I hear his performance is great.
As Vincent Van Gogh. So I'm gonna go ahead and say Rami Malek wins this 110%.
Nope.
I think
man, it's gonna be Bale.
You think it's gonna be Bale?
Yeah.
You know what? I won't lie that
I want Viggo to win.
I want Viggo to win, but Christian Bale. You think back to Gary Oldman for Darkest Hour makeup. They love their makeup. They love those kind of performances.
But
they love method actors.
Carell didn't win when he was nominated for Foxcatcher.
That was different. That was a lot. That was a powerhouse amount of people. So I think. We can't really say this now.
But think about it though. Vice has that movie, right? So Vice has Bale, Adams, Carell,
a loaded
Sam
cast.
Rockwell, Tyler Perry's in that movie. So he's a good actor, man. I think
Medea. Yeah.
Have you ever seen Gone Girl? Tyler Perry's great in Gone Girl.
Is he?
Yes.
I've heard
he's also great in the 2009 Star Trek movie as well. He's in it for like 5 seconds, but he's good at it.
We're getting off topic
Who
here.
cares?
Who cares?
This
We're just getting. This is the first time we're actually recording.
Show.
Can we just talk about this? Is the first time we are recording.
We've been talking about this for 2 fucking years, and now we're actually doing it.
Honestly, it's been a long journey.
Been a long time. But all it took was for one of us to be like, we got a computer.
We just got to do it now. We are recording this on a laptop right now.
Yeah, and 11 o'clock at night on the 23rd of January in 2019. So,
the hell with it. We just thought,
we don't give a fuck about the Oscars.
We don't. At this point, this is just such a joke. Best Picture, we're going to talk about it now.
All right, so who do you think is going to win Best Actor? You think it's Rami Malek? I would love if he won. I would really love if Bradley Cooper wins because he was absolutely phenomenal.
The thing is, a couple months ago, I would have agreed with you there.
That Cooper would have won.
Yeah, but I think the momentum has shifted to Bale and
Malek.
Yeah.
I think Viggo was also fantastic in Green Book.
I won't disagree.
He was great. That was a great movie. But
that was a really good theater.
Yeah, that was a great experience. That was a great movie.
Between me and you.
The crowd loved it. It was great. So
such a fun movie. It's a lighthearted movie.
So it's just a good, nice movie.
Yeah.
It's such a nice movie. You can literally put on with the family and they can watch it, and it was great. So Best Picture. Okay.
This is where we start the talk.
This is where
we lose our shit, really.
No, honestly. This is where I lose my crap. This is where I not really lose my crap.
All right.
This is where I have a big issue.
All right. So we're gonna say the nominees here: Black Panther. Okay. Black Klansman. Good. Bohemian Rhapsody. I have no idea how or why this is there. We're going to talk about that after I finish. The Favorite, Green Book, Roma, Stars Born, and Vice. Bohemian Rhapsody. Why?
The floor is yours, Connor.
Okay. You know what?
I really like Bohemian Rhapsody.
I know you like Bohemian Rhapsody, and you know what I'm going to say? It's a perfectly fine movie with a fantastic performance. I said this earlier in the podcast, and you know what? I don't even know where to begin. I went in the theater, and I'm like, you know what? I hope this is really, really good. And I walked out extremely disappointed, but at the same time, loved the performance. The last scene, the Live Aid scene, gave me chills the entire time. Which was one of the most beautiful scenes in that movie. But I just don't understand. They could have nominated Beale Street, Spider-Man. They have 10 slots for this. And I don't get why Bohemian Rhapsody was slipped in there. I don't like hating on movies. I don't like it because,
there's enough negativity in the world today.
Yeah. These people, these filmmakers go out there and they work hard on these movies. You got to give them plaudits.
Yep.
For going out and making a film. It might not be the best, but it's their vision. I hate to hate on movies, but I'm in pure shock that this was nominated. I legitimately I was watching them announce the candidates and the nominations, and when they said Bohemian Rhapsody, I legitimately said, "Are you kidding me?" Out loud. I was sitting there watching it on my television, and I said, "Are you kidding me?" in the most monotone way. So, and this brings up the point where we're trying to make right now. That
I haven't said anything about this category yet.
I know. You can go. We'll talk
Because
about that.
I'll let you say what you're going to say because I have some things to say about it. So.
The nominations this year were just such a
Weird.
big mess of weirdness and strange.
It was just disappointing.
It's a disappointing year for film
They really botched What Should Be My Neighbor. They really botched Cooper for director. They really botched Timothy Chalamet for supporting actor.
Beale Street could talk.
Okay, now can I say it?
You go ahead.
The fact that Beale Street didn't get nominated for Best Picture is bullshit.
I didn't see it, but I definitely can agree.
They have 10 slots, or however many slots they have, and they didn't nominate that movie is fucking ridiculous. Oh, I just had a thought, actually. Going back to Best Actress. Emily Blunt. We talked about it at the beginning of the podcast.
Yeah.
Emily Blunt didn't get nominated for Best Actress. Oh, and another huge snub. And now that it's coming to my mind, where the fuck is 8th Grade in any of this?
Original
screenplay for Best Actress for Fisher. I don't know her first name.
Elsa
Thank
Fisher
you.
or something.
And for Best Picture. The fact that thing got nominated at the Globes, but they get nominated here is.
And I think it got nominated for at the critics.
Her performances got nominated for every single major award show. But the fact that it didn't get nominated for her year is infuriating. Now, I personally didn't love 8th Grade, but
I actually, you know what?
Her performance was great.
I watched it on Prime the other day. This is actually a pretty good movie.
It's great.
Pretty
it is.
solid
I wasn't huge
movie
on it. It's a really good movie, but her performance is fantastic. But Beale Street, definitely, the fact that got snubbed is like bizarro to me that didn't get put in there.
And you could definitely tell the reaction. Like, we are not the only ones that are completely shocked by the nominations.
We're not the only ones that are completely shocked about Beale Street, and we're not the only ones that are completely shocked
overall,
about
the nominations.
What Should Be My Neighbor. It's so disappointing.
The reception that this got was incredible. Immediately, it was bashed. The Academy was bashed.
But that's also the problem, right? So, like, no matter what they do, is it going to be perfect for us? Which, probably not.
It's always going to be like that. It's always going to be like that.
We just live in an era where everybody's got a phone and everybody's got a laptop and everybody's like, oh, this is fucking ridiculous. Why didn't you name my favorite movie? It's like, well, they can't get everything in. But there are essentials that, in my opinion, should be in there. Mm-hmm. Beale Street, What Should Be My Neighbor. But what we didn't say is what will win Best Picture. So, Connor?
Roma?
I said Roma too. I really, really, really am pulling for A Star Is Born.
I think it's between those two. I honestly,
I think
maybe Black Klansman or Green Book will sneak in there because Green Book.
Any one of those movies come in.
At this point,
Bohemian and Black Panther will not win.
Well, we can't say that because honestly,
if Bohemian wins, I think people are gonna be pissed, and I will probably never watch the Oscars again if
I will agree.
Wins.
And I said that before we started recording.
Movie. It was in my top 10 of the year, but is it better than A Star Is Born? Fuck no.
Is it better than Black Panther?
Is it better than Black Panther? Yes. Is it better than Black Klansman? No. Is it better than The Favorite? Yes. Is it better than Green Book? Fuck no. You know.
It's not better than Roma.
I haven't seen Roma.
Roma
will probably, but I think A Star Is Born has a shot. So. Yep.
Those are our predictions.
That's
you know.
And we have any other things that we want to say?
I mean,
closing comments. I hope, like hell, that they learn that they learn their lesson.
I hope this year, 2019, it looks like it will be a great year.
We
for
said
film.
The same thing about 2018.
We did, but you look at the powerhouse, the lineup that we have for this year. I hope we're not disappointed. We got a Tarantino film coming out this year. Disney is going to sweep the box office with their movies this year.
It's going to be a good year.
I feel like it's going to be a good year.
It's going to be a good year. I hope the Oscars. I hope the right people win. I just hope there's an uproar, and I hope Beale Street. I hope now more people will see Beale Street because it got snubbed and people are bitching about it. I hope now more people are like, oh, maybe I should go see that movie because it's fucking great. It made my top 5. And I was not expecting that movie to make my top 5, but the more I let that movie sit and the more I let it digest, it was beautiful. Beautifully shot. Beautifully written. The music carries it. The performances by the two leads were just on another level. On another level good. It was great. It was a great movie. Barry Jenkins, the fact he didn't get nominated for Best Director is like also another story. But
yeah, but that's about it, man.
That's it for us on this one. We might have another one
coming out soon. We're gonna try and get the whole gang together. You know, we've been saying that for, I don't know, since we brought this up.
Yeah,
it's just so hard. All of our schedules conflict, so we might just end up for the first couple months of recording
just the two voices you hear right now.
Yeah, for now, which, you know, is perfectly fine. But our goal, of course, is to get everyone,
get the crew on board, and try to get this ship a cruising.
Yeah,
because this is going to be fun. This is going to be interesting.
This was very fun. This recording. You know, we just said the hell with it, and we just got it. Got it done.
Started, and here we are, just fucking around and just figured out. I swear a lot. I'm just starting to realize that I have sworn.
Yeah, I think we should have a swear concert on the video. Definitely, 110%.
Luckily, this is going up wherever it's going to go up, and people are going to be like, yeah, that's definitely him. That's definitely Jared. This is the world's first introduction to Connor and Jared. So
yeah.
All right, that's it.
So yeah. You know, I hope you really enjoyed, and, you know, let us know down in the comments what your predictions are and what you agreed with or disagreed with.
You know, we call us idiots, assholes. We don't care. We want to know why we're an idiot and we're an asshole. We want
to hear your opinion. You know, we're open to people's opinions, really. You know,
just don't be toxic.
Yeah, we don't have that. We don't.
You should fucking die. Blah blah. It's like so stupid.
Okay.
You know,
easy now.
But
easy
it's just
now.
how it is.
I know.
So
that's a video for.
But I do want to bring up that though, right?
Yeah.
So like, Connor and I were talking before we went on air. We're huge music fans. Connor doesn't understand why I like these guys, but I'm gonna say why I like them.
We're gonna go off on the tangent.
We're gonna go off on the topic here. So on SNL the other night, Greta Van Fleet performed. I don't know why this came to my head.
Brookman's Led Zeppelin.
I love Greta Van Fleet. And the comments on that band is like, they're fucking trash. What the fuck? Who would even think to like them? Blah, blah, blah. There's so much negativity. So much negativity. People are bashing Black Panther because it's overrated. People are bashing Bohemian Rhapsody because of this. Who cares? You know, at the end of the day, it's a stupid little award show, and
it is what it is, and you can't change it.
I will never look at the Oscars and be like, well, my movie didn't get nominated, so it must not be that good. So it's like, nope, What Should Be My Neighbor is easily one of the best movies last year, and I thought you were going to eat me high.
Yeah, well, all right. Well, you know what? I'm going to touch on one more point because I want to talk to you about this before. And we looked this up. We were looking back at past Oscar nominations. And, you know, we talked about Black Panther being nominated. The first superhero movie to be nominated.
It wasn't even the best superhero movie that came out last year. But that's a different story.
That's Infinity War.
No, Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, but, you know.
Spider-Verse was the best Marvel movie that came out last year. Infinity War was pretty good, though. It was great.
So, I think it was 2015, 2016. Logan got nominated for Best Original Screenplay. Adapted, that's right. Which, Logan, personally, I think is up there with one of the best superhero movies ever made. And I think you'll agree with that.
It's the same thing with, like, I'm pretty sure the year The Dark Knight came out, it didn't even get nominated for Best Picture. But it's one of the best movies of all time.
Yeah.
You know what won that year? Slumdog Millionaire. You know what movie we're not talking about? Slumdog Millionaire.
I think there's a reason why.
Yeah. You know what movie we are still talking about? 11 years later? Dark Knight.
Yeah. But, you know, we touched upon this. You know, it's just so puzzling to me that a movie like Black Panther, the time and age that gets nominated, and that's not even the best superhero movie that came out last year. But then we go and look back at Logan, which is a superb, near perfect film.
It's an emotional movie. It's action-packed. It has great performances from everybody involved. Yeah, and the fact that didn't get nominated
for Best Picture is puzzling, and not just that, like performance-wise, Hugh Jackman.
But
brings
did it
it.
have a shot? No.
But
Because they just don't look at movies like that. But yeah, here we are on the 23rd of January with Black Panther being nominated.
Which we at the time that came out,
we were like, no fucking way.
But now it's here. I don't know, man. You know, that's a completely different topic for another video. I think we can make an entire video on that.
Yeah,
So
we can make an entire podcast.
Entire podcast.
Entire little snippet of information about it. And yeah, man. That's it.
It's been fun, man.
It has been fun. It's been a lot of fun. Thank you guys for listening. If you guys like what you heard, there will be more coming soon. Please check us out on Facebook at Cinema Vibes Podcast. We are, and as I will always say, we are the best damn movie podcast out there, and that is cheesy and cliche to say. Don't have another tagline.
That's a tagline now? All right.
I don't have another one. Go on our Facebook, like us there, and just, yeah. Join the conversation, movies. It's healthy. We love movies. The best art form out there.
That is fact.
And we absolutely adore it. I'm Jared Flaherty.
I am Connor Van Sice.
Thank you for listening, guys. Enjoy your nights, and we will see you on Oscar Sunday.